Hey, greetings and salutations, everybody. Welcome to the channel. If you're new here, my name is Jim Morris. I'm a licensed psychotherapist and musician, sharing the healing power of music. And today we're going to take a look at Ren with his song Troubles.
Ooh, Lordy, trouble so hard. Ooh, Lordy, trouble so hard.
So he hasn't even started singing or rapping or whatever he's going to do. And he has already mentioned hope at least twice that I've seen here in the bottom of the screen in the text that he's using. And that's the thing about Ren, is that he maximizes every second of his art to be able to reach his objective. He wants to communicate something and leave the listener, and in this case also the viewer, with something that they can benefit from and use after the music's over. Because he understands that there is healing power that is available not only in the moment, but beyond the moment. And I want to point that out before he even really begins here, because he's already begun. We don't have to wait for him to start. We just have to catch up.
I don't reach into the past very much for these shards of shattered glass and harsh paper cuts. Leave me stop when I reach in. Memories are seeped in. Hydrochloric acid, I go to war and get passive and freeze up. Music help the ice to thaw. Put the chisel in the middle, swing the hammer of Thor. Pull it out of the impossible. Caliber sword, etching notepads full of reasons why my feelings are sore. The first day that I got sick, ejected from the cockpit of living. 19, young teen, waking up bitten. Posters up, manhunt, Ren went missing. Hard to have faith when the gods don't listen. The first year maybe was the hardest. Waking in the body that was buried like a carcass. Brain in the lion's den, body in the shark pit. Waking up in pain again, aching, broken hearted.
Brain in the lion's den, body in the shark pit? Is that what he just said? I love it. I love it. He's already mentioned ice and the freezing and the chisel, and look at what he's doing here. It doesn't matter if it's just walking outside or if it's an elaborate studio where you've got all sorts of extras who are playing different parts. He can effectively get you to feel, understand, and apply what it is that he's aiming for, regardless. He could be standing there by himself just like he is, and it will be just as effective if he has, all of these extras and the production and the lighting and special effects and what have you. That's how you know someone is a creator with a capital C. Just another example of why this guy is so good. As he's walking us through his experience and talking about how, that first year was probably the most challenging, it was the hardest. And then you start to get to a point where you kind of know what to expect because you've been at it for a while. It's not your first rodeo. He's been dealing with this and knowing more about his story from the help of the Renegades with regards to his misdiagnosis and the Lyme disease and being given medications for psychological conditions that he didn't even have at the time. Getting to the brink where he was basically thinking that he was going to die and struggling with psychosis, and how all of this contributed unnecessarily to his experience of feeling like he was where? Out in the darkness, struggling with being in the cold, vulnerable, alone. All of these things that we're seeing right here in the video that are not simple. This is profoundly, what would be simple? This is profoundly complicated. What would be simple is to have 50 people on a set somewhere and making a music video that actually undermine the authenticity of the message. And so don't miss that here. This is fantastic. This is the only way to do this right. And it's Ren's way, because it's him. What he's giving us is not a song and not a video. What he's giving us is himself.
A little blogger, I was bouncing from a doctor to a doctor to a doctor, like a table tennis game that has no end. So be the fate of Ren. Every single question answered with a question on the end. The second year I came to terms with giving up my dreams. Mine was severed from the means to help me write these rhyme schemes. Brain was inflamed, the fatigue was crushing. Hard to remain sane with your brain combusting. And the third year was murder, living in a purgatory full of worry. Wouldn't live to be 30. Lifestyle hurt me, always in my bed tomb. Rearrange the alphabet and all the letters spell doom. Light hurt my eyes, popping pills to survive. When you're 23 and mentally you steadily decline. 24 I was poor, disability benefits. What's the benefit of disability? It's irrelevant. 25 and the scars that were etched, they crack. Elastic bands only stretch so far and then snap. Deep in psychosis, hallucinations, troubled vision. Visits from the underworld were conjuring my superstition.
And the other thing about Ren that is so profound is how he will bring in that spirit realm, which he just did, and understanding that that's an important aspect of who he is. And I really respect that about him. He's walking us through all of the years, not just the moments leading up to and experiencing what it was like to be basically bedridden, but year after year after year after year. I mean, he's walking us all the way through the chronology here. And stop and think for a moment, because we could miss this. He's just gone through how many years? I'd have to go back and count them. Year after year after year after year. And the loneliness and the disconnection that he experienced during that time, and the effects that had, not only on his body but on his mind, indescribable. The song can clearly be interpreted as a reflection of that deep need for connection and understanding that he did not have at the time, that he is not experiencing here in the video, and giving that to us as a gift of hope for those who are going through it now. And don't minimize your experience. You may not be in your 4th, 5th, 6th year of your journey with whatever your struggle is, but whether it's your 4th, 5th, or 6th day, week, month, or year, that the same hope that he is sharing is available for you, regardless of how long you've been at it or what your specific struggle may be.
25, living back at home with my mum, but not because I'm a bum, alone and physically done. So thin, so frail, so weak I'd become, and my skin so pale, never kissed by the sun. One time I carved a hole in my chest just to feel. I wish that was a metaphor, the struggle was real. When you're living in the Holocaust, you buckle and kneel. There's relief in the teeth of the kiss of cold steel. 26, I'm highly medicated and the pain sophisticated while I'm lying broken naked on my back. I bore my microphone until my coffin started dropping raw thoughts with the grim reaper knocking on the track. But then man, lo and behold, I heard an angel beckon on this treacherous road. Was a stem cell doctor with a generous glow. In the cell transplant pulled me out of the cold. And my skin got younger and my body got stronger, and my stomach felt hunger for a door that was closed. And my soul heard music for the first time. Beauty was a word I'd use for this gift of gold. Oh Lord, I forgive you. Lord, I forgive you. Lord, I forgive you. Make me whole. This music I give you. Pain that I live through. Everything I've been through is yours to hold.
Oh man. Woo. Just took you to church right there, folks. Lord have mercy. Lord, I forgive you. Lord, I forgive you. And some people would hear that and would be offended and say, well, who do you think you are? Well, here's my take. And if it pisses some of you off, then so be it. I'm just saying that God can handle whatever your anger is. You get pissed off at God, you get angry. There comes a point in relationships where you mature and you grow and you recognize that without forgiveness, you wouldn't be accepted. And without forgiveness, neither would anyone or anything else. Because there's going to be expectations that you're going to have, even from God, that aren't going to be met. And when that happens in relationships, we experience resentment, that there's a debt that somebody owes us. And until that debt is paid, you're going to continue to hold them in contempt. And that's what Ren's teaching us here, is that we don't benefit from not imprisoning others, but imprisoning ourselves from relationships that will help us to be able to heal. And I appreciate Brother Ren preaching a good word right there. I may have just lost some subscribers, but that's okay. Go in peace. I love you. Speaking the truth, y'all. This is Hollywood Spit Me Out. I may have some subscribers spit me out, but that's all right, Ren. I'm going to share your message. Look at that. I promise this can be your story. If you're in the dark, hold on. I love it. And look at what he leaves us with. One word, hope. Makes me think of Shawshank Redemption, Andy Dufresne. And what Morgan Freeman had to teach him. Hope is a good thing. I tell you, we can benefit exponentially when we take the healing power of this music and we share it with others. I encourage you to subscribe to the channel, give us a thumbs up, share the video, and help us to be able to reach those in need. Thank you so much for supporting the channel. Shout out to all you patrons. We've got exclusive content available on Patreon. I want you to know how much I appreciate all of you, whether you're a patron, a subscriber, someone who had maybe just came across the channel for the very first time. This isn't about entertainment. This is about growth. It's about respect and appreciation for music and about sharing this healing power so that we can make the world a better place. And yes, we're doing that. I invite you to come along and to be a part of it.